What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to a Kitbash Customs video. In this one, I'll be bringing you my top 10 figures of 2018. And no, the ones on the desk are not part of the list. These are my honorable mentions. Kratos is kind of big there. These are my honorable mentions for the year. The list was really hard for me to put together. And all of these are amazing figures. And I wish they could have made the list. But the stuff that I picked, if you see my Instagram, the stuff that I picked just etched these out. First we have the NECA Kratos. And the reason he didn't make the list, he almost did. I knocked him over. Awesome. He almost made my list, but there were so many other figures that I wanted to put on this list that I just, as the list grew and grew, and he went down and down and down. And he's an amazing figure. Don't sleep. Like, he's a really good figure if you find him. I know some people were finding him on clearance for like $9. But if you could find him, he's really amazing. Like, this is my first NECA figure. And I'm in love with it. And I didn't like NECA at all. So for me to go from not liking NECA to liking this and a lot of other NECA figures that I'm gonna pick up this year, it really meant a lot. So I know NECA stepped up their quality and they stepped up all the stuff that they do. So his articulation's great too. Even though he doesn't have a joint for the waist, his articulation is awesome. I know you guys have seen plenty of reviews on him, but this is just one of my honorable mentions. The next is I think it's Dasein Genos. Excuse me, the Dasein Saitama. Now this figure is dope. I have a few nitpicks with articulation and some looseness in the joints and the feet. The feet, let me get my hand, there you go. The feet, the way they rotate and move and stuff is just really loose, and I didn't really like it too much. And then the cape, I gave him a cloth cape because the other cape was horrendous. Plastic capes need to die. I know cloth capes cost a lot, but plastic capes need to die because this is terrible. But yeah, he's an awesome figure. He photographs really well. He poses really well. He just has some nitpicks. That was the reason he didn't make my top 10, is because of the nitpicks, and then I had to modify it in order for it to be better. So that was one of the reasons why he didn't make it. But don't sleep on him either, because he is an awesome toy. Like, I really want to get the Genos next just so he can have a companion. And then next we have the Red Goblin from the Kingpin wave. I know this wave was slated for this year, 2019, but I got this figure in 2018, so that was my impression on it. And it's an awesome figure. I love it. I love the character. I love the design. I love everything about it. The only thing I don't like is it's just a repaint with a tail and a new head. That's about it. Everything else is reused and nothing's brand new. Nothing's retooled. So that's the reason he didn't make my list. And like I said, as the list went on, the figures that I chose, he just went down and down and down. So I figured I'd mention him here in the honorable mentions. But he's a good figure, though. Don't sleep on him either. And then last but not least, my synthetic humans. I have two. And I know these came out. The reason these didn't make my list is because they came out a while ago. I'm pretty sure they came out a couple years ago or a year ago. From 18, not 19. But they were on the list. Both of them were on the list because they're amazing figures. I love these figures. And the test body was the reason that they were going to make the list, because the test body came out in 2018. But he's just a repaint of the body. So in that fashion, he couldn't make my list, because just like the Red Goblin, you know, is a repaint with a few different pieces. This was just a total repaint with a couple different pieces. So, and then with the original figure coming out in that time frame, that's just how I broke it down. Which probably should have been for a few other figures, because a lot of those other figures came out years ago. So the bodies anyway. But yeah, let's get into the top 10. These two are amazing figures. Don't sleep on them. If you find them for a reasonable price, please pick them up, because they're really good. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. But yeah, at number 10, I have the Mythic Legion's brother Mandibulus. Now, this figure is simply and utterly amazing. And he was higher on the list. But as I've said before, he just got knocked down because everything else on my list is just not better than him, but I wanted other things to rank higher. And this is my first jump into Mythic Legions. Besides the Cavern Dwarf, this is my first jump into a different style of Mythic Legions, different size and everything. So I wanted him to be on the list for sure. And his sculpt, his articulation, the soft goods, and his weapons, you know, just sets him apart from a lot of other figures in my collection. And he's a figure that I look at all the time. He's a figure I mess with all the time. He's just a dope figure. I really like the legs. They look really medieval. And then the feet, too. I love these feet. I don't know what it is about these feet, but I just love them. I want them to be on every Mythic Legions ever. But yeah, Brother Mandibulus is number 10. He would have ranked higher, but everything else I felt had a bigger impact on me. And he had an impact on me when I grabbed him and I took him out the package. I was like, damn. Because I had one of my friends tell me to get him. And I was like, I'm not too sure. And I was like, screw it, I'm going to just do it. And then once I got it, I was like, damn, good choice. Because I was going to get Noglin. And I'm glad I didn't get Noglin. I got him. But yeah, Brother Mandibulus, number 10 spot. Dope figure. If you can find it at a reasonable price, please pick it up. You will enjoy it. Number 9. Number 9, I have the Toy Knots Astrobot. Argus, I want to say. Now, this figure is pretty big. This figure is dope. Like, as soon as I saw reviews, I saw The Amazing's review and a couple other people's reviews, I was hooked. Like, before I even touched it, I was 100% on board. And this dude is just amazing. The detail on this figure, and mine is customized. You can check out my review. I'll put a card in for it so you can see the review. But mine is customized, weathered and painted a little bit. But the detail, the sculpt is just amazing on this figure. The articulation is amazing. He can easily stand on one foot. And that's just like me barely trying. Let me see if I can do it. I'm saying barely trying, and then I'm trying. But he can, is he leaning on the dial? Nah. Yeah, he was. Oh, wow. Here I'm talking up all the high points of the figure, and I can't even get him to stand on one foot. But he can easily stand on one foot. Play me. There it is. He can easily stand on one foot. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. This entire figure is a plus in my book. I don't even know what more I can say. This figure is dope. The hands are individually, the fingers, I mean, are individually articulated. He can do anything. He can do the classic, the middle finger. You can't really see it. These hand cannons, that's what I call them. They come off. He's just a dope figure. He could do the middle finger. He could do, like, anything you want him to do, he can do. He can do the cowabunga. He could do anything. This figure's dope. This figure's really just utterly amazing. Like, it's a figure that I won't ever get rid of. I want a few more, though. I want to army build this guy for some reason. I just think having like 9 or 10 of them would be dope. But yeah, number 9 spot, Astrobots Argus. Amazing figure. He really captivated me when I took him out the box. And that's pretty much what I based my list on, is how I felt, how everything made me feel as I got it. And he was just amazing. I want some more of him. Number 9 spot, Astrobots Argus. If you can find one, please pick him up. He's amazing. You won't regret it. Now at the number 8 spot, we have the Marvel Legends Thing figure. He was a long shot. No one thought we would get a Thing, especially single packed. When he came out, I instantly got a message on Facebook. Someone linked me to the Walgreens website. They were like, get it now, because you won't find it in store. And I've been to a couple Walgreens since, and I have not seen it anywhere. This figure is probably it's gonna be one of the most sought after figures of 2018. I mark my words. People are gonna go heads over heels for this figure. You're gonna see people trading all kind of stuff for this guy. I'm telling you, unless you know, they start shipping cases of 4, cases of 8 to the store, this one's a hard one to come by. Marvel Legends Thing comes with interchangeable hands, extra head, articulation is there. He has double jointed knees. He has everything you need for a Thing whatever you want Thing to do, he can do it. And it's just amazing to me. This figure's dope. Single jointed elbow, and you don't get the swivel. You get the swivel at the elbow, but that's not a problem. For a guy this size, for a toy this size, and he's heavy too. He's solid plastic for the most part. Some of the torso parts are rubber, but it's still a heavy guy. It's a dope figure. Number 8 spot right here. Just amazing. If you find one for a good price or a good trade, don't hesitate to do it. Awesome toy. At the number 7 spot, we're gonna have this one's really big, so I'm not gonna be able to get it all on camera. But the Marvel Select Gladiator Hulk. This figure Now, when I tell you, I don't really collect a lot of Marvel Selects. I probably have about 5 or 6 in my collection, maybe less, because I do have the Guardians. But when I tell you this figure was amazing, he's heavy too. He's a lot of plastic you getting for $25, and I passed on it. I actually got it mine in a trade, but the figures simply, I know I keep saying it, but all of these figures are just amazing to me. The figure is simply amazing in the fact that he articulates, like his waist moves, the head looks wherever you want it to go. Single jointed arms, but that doesn't bother me on a figure this size. He has his arms go up, the swivel and everything. I know I'm doing a review in the top 10, but still, the figure's just amazing. He just looks good in every facet of what a Gladiator Hulk should be from the movie anyway. And I know everybody's seen the Mezco, and even the skin has detail. You can see that it's coming across. The skin has detail. This figure's just amazing. $25, bang for your buck figure right here. It's just amazing. He comes with the weapons and extra head and everything. I custom painted this guard, and I battle damaged it because in the movie, and I got references from the Hot Toy. The color we get is not, I can't remember what color it is, but it's not blue like this. It's like a purple or something, but it didn't match how I wanted it to look, so I just customized it. But yeah, number 7 spot, Marvel Select Hulk. Like I said, he was also higher on the list, but other things just etched him out. And as the list goes on, you'll see why. But yeah, if you can find him, I don't know what he's going for now, but you can find him, definitely pick it up, definitely check it out. Dope figure. Number 6 on my list is the Mortal Kombat Ermac figure from Storm Collectibles. Now, I was trying to avoid these ninjas. I really was, because I've heard people tell me, I've had plenty of people tell me that when you get these ninjas, you'll fall in love with them. And I've been trying to avoid it. But I had a trade on Facebook come across my messages that I just could not refuse. Like, I could not say no to this trade. As much as I wanted to, I couldn't. This figure's dope. He does everything you want him to do. The only gripe I have is this. This just pops out really easy, and that's not supposed to come out. This just pops out really easy on both sides, I want to say. Yeah. That's not supposed to come out, but other than that minor gripe, I don't mind the rubber gi. I don't mind any of that. Like, he'll do any pose you want him to do. He'll uppercut with the best of them. He just does everything you want a Mortal Kombat ninja to do. And he executes really, oh wow, and it just fell off on camera. But yeah, he does everything you want a Mortal Kombat ninja to do and more. You can have him fighting anybody. He'll do any pose you want him to do. My favorite pose to do with him is the uppercut pose. And that's just a poor one I did on camera. But number 6, Storm Collectibles, Mortal Kombat Ermac. Figure's amazing. If you could find any of these ninjas, I know Big Bad Toy Store still has a bunch of them. They still have a lot of them for retail too, and the bloody versions are even cheaper. So whatever way you want to go, you need to check out these ninjas. They're amazing. I'm stuttering over my words because they're so amazing. Now here's my top 5. It's my starting 5 for 2018 figures I received. The SH Figuarts Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku. Now I have the first release Super Saiyan Goku, and that figure was dope when I got it. At the time, you know, it was a revolutionary thing for me to receive a figure that could do what I wanted it to do. And when I got this one, all my attention was on it. I got it from a good friend of mine. He found some at Barnes & Nobles. I haven't been to Barnes & Nobles, so I know a lot of people found them there. I never have. The price point was right. His price is only $35, and he comes with a bunch of hands and faces and stuff. So it was a no-brainer, especially to replace the other Goku. Because once you mess with these 2.0s, like no BS. Once you mess with these 2.0s, you don't want to mess with the older Dragon Ball Z figuart. Because these 2.0s are amazing. They do, as with most figures that I like to collect, they do whatever you want them to do. They pose how you want them to pose. This figure is dope, super dope. My only thing is I wish he came with a Super Saiyan head, but I'm gonna try to swap my other one on. I haven't tried it yet, but That's my only gripe. Everything else, the figure's amazing. The articulation's great. He does the splits great. The 2.0 articulation, you don't have the pull down method. It's just, the figure was dope. It's still dope. It's still a figure that I find myself messing with. I will pull him off the shelf and just pose him up. Saiyan Razor North Goku, number 5 spot. Dope figure. Really, really dope. And as we go along, you're going to see why a lot of these other figures got knocked down the list. Now, at the number 4 spot, and this one was hard too because I wasn't sure. Like I'm telling you, as these toys went on, it's just harder. The list got harder and harder. We have the 1,000 Toys Killy figure. Now, this figure's dope. Literally, like everything a synthetic human do, he can do. This dude will do anything you want. Literally anything you want him to do. Like he'll sit with his legs crossed if that's really what you want to do. And I know it's really hard for some figures to do. But this guy, he can do it. Like he'll do literally anything. And his spread for his legs is nuts. Like he literally does a full split. And that's not even like, I didn't modify anything. I didn't change anything. That's the articulation he comes with. This guy was dope. And I saw reviews and I saw everything. And I honestly thought I would never own this figure just because his aftermarket price tag is over what I'm willing to pay for an action figure. But I had a price come across me that I just could not refuse. It was an amazing price. And I got 2 figures for pretty much double what he would cost normally. I got 2 figures for $45. Him and another dude. And it was just, I thought it was a dream. I thought it was a scam. I thought the dude was going to play me or something. But the stuff, it came. Him and, I had a Ninja Slayer too, but I sold it because it's a terrible figure. But yeah, number 4, 1,000 Toys Killy. Dude is dope. If you find one, please pick it up. You will not regret your purchase. This is a forever toy to me. Like this whole top 10 list are forever toys. I don't want these toys to go anywhere. Because the impact they had on me when I took him out, like when I just messed with it and the pictures I took with him and the pictures I'm going to take with him, it was just, this figure blows my mind. 1,000 Toys ceases to amaze me with the stuff that they put out. But yeah, 1,000 Toys Killy from the anime Blame. If you don't have one, check it out. Please get one. If you know somebody with one, see if you could use it, mess with it, and you'll buy one, I guarantee it. Number 4 spot. Now, my number 3 spot. Number 3 spot came to me. I just got a trade in like a couple weeks ago. And this is the renewal line of Kamen Riders, Fang Joker. Instantly became my favorite Kamen Rider. I do love Ryuki Riders, but this guy took the number 1 spot in my heart, in my collection, because the toy is amazing. Like when I say representation is key, this dude is really represented as he is on screen, and it's bonkers. Like it doesn't make any sense how good these figures are. Like Bluefin and those guys they're killing it, and they know they're killing it. Like they've been killing it for years. But this dude he's just awesome. Like I don't even know. I can't even explain how dope these toys are. And this is the renewal. I can't pronounce it. It's like something Suketsu Senso or something like that. I can't pronounce it. I know if you watch The Amazing, he can pronounce it pretty good. But yeah, Fang Joker, number 3 spot. This dude he's man. When I got it, once the dude sent me the pictures for the trade, I was like, yep, I want it. Because his retail is a little over. It's a little over what I'm willing to pay, but as long as I can trade a decent trade for it, I do not mind. Number 3 spot, SH Figuarts Fang Joker. Dude's amazing, and this little driver comes out and everything. Like they're like little flash drivers or whatever. It comes out, it slots in. This dude's awesome. Like it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, Fang Joker. I can't get the memory back in right now, but Fang Joker, number 3. Now, number 2 and number 1. Number 2 and number 1 spot. It was a really hard choice because my number 2 spot was my number 1 spot, but then I remembered about my number 1 spot figure, and I was like, yeah, he has to get it. But yeah, number 2, Storm Collectibles, Mike Tyson figure. I had to have this figure. I had to. There was no way around it. Mike Tyson's one of my favorite people on this planet. He's a monster. He's just a beast of a person. in the ring, and he's super humble outside of the ring, and I really wanted a representation of him. A lot of people sleep on Mike Tyson. He was a phenomenal boxer. 19-second knockouts, youngest heavyweight ever. He was just a phenomenal career, despite the losses and whatever he did. But this toy is amazing. Took it off camera. This toy is amazing. He will pose and do anything you want him to do. He comes with his belts and 2 extra heads, I want to say. They have another one coming out, but I like this version. This is young Mike. I want to say this is 19 or 20-year-old Mike Tyson. This Mike he's amazing. Maybe this is a little older. I'm not sure. He comes with 3 belts, so I'm pretty sure this is the youngest heavyweight version of him. 3 belts, interchangeable head. Storm Collectibles knocked this one out the park. He even has his little tattoos on his arms, if you can see it. Yeah, little tattoos on his arms. He got his little fade with his part. This dude, little fade with the part. Dude is amazing. This figure's amazing. I had him beating up a bunch of... When I got it, I took a bunch of pictures of him beating up a bunch of heavyweight Marvel Legends, including Thing. Thing caught these hands. But yeah, number 2 spot, Storm Collectibles Mike Tyson. Phenomenal figure. Not leaving my collection. This one's staying forever. If you find one for a good price or you know somebody with one, please check it out. You won't regret it. A lot of people complain about the ankle articulation, but he's a boxer. To me, he's a boxer, not a ninja, so he doesn't really need to articulate like that. And then whatever poses you need to get him in, he'll go. So the ankle not swiveling like that doesn't bother me at all. Number 2 spot. Now, my number 1 spot. I didn't, like, when this figure was announced, I instantly sold my Toy Biz one. I instantly sold my Toy Biz version of this character. Yeah, I wanted the Hasbro one. The figures, it's awesome. Number 1 spot, Marvel Legends Bishop figure from the Sauron wave. This figure, even though it's a lot of reused parts, mainly the body, the head, the scarf, and the belt, the guns, and I think the hands are new to this body mold. But this figure is just dope. This figure's, it doesn't make any sense because I didn't think a Marvel Legend would be my number 1 figure, because like I said, Mike Tyson was number 1, and then I remembered this guy, Bishop. He's dope. I took some dope pictures with him on my IG. I'm gonna take some more dope pictures with him. He's amazing, and the Hyperion body doesn't bother me on him. Like, it bothers me on other characters, but I don't know about him. Him is just, it just goes. See, he has his perm there. He got his soul glow going on. But yeah, this guy's dope. Amazing figure. Just simply amazing figure. I don't even know what more I can say. If you find one in the wild, buy it. Do not hesitate. If you can't afford to buy it, you find it, you hide it in the store till you make 20 bucks and you go get that figure. But yeah, this is my top 10 list for 2018. Figures that I got in 2018 and figures released in 2018. And they're amazing. Each one of them in their own right is an amazing figure. I'm glad I got to experience the figure, because a lot of this stuff I had never had, like Storm Collectibles. I never had Storm Collectibles figures, so when I got my first one, which is Mike Tyson, it opened up a new avenue for collecting for me and how I collect my figures. Because it just made me want to experience other figures. Because there's a lot of different lines of figures out there. There's a lot of figures out there, period. See if I can get them in without, don't domino on me. There's a lot of figures on the market, period. And to me, it's really important to find your focus on figures, because you can't get lost in the shuffle. I know a lot of stuff gets announced. A lot of stuff comes out really fast. But if you can get on Facebook, make some trades happen. Get to know, network with people, get to know people, and you can experience these figures too. Because a lot of these figures I got through networking with other people who experienced these figures and fell in love with them too. So it's really important. It's really important to get out there and network and do what you got to do, especially if you want to experience anything new out here. It's really important. These figures are dope. Each one of them in their own right is number 1. I just made the list for you guys so you can see where I stand with these figures. But They're all #1 in their own right. For Storm Collectibles, Mike Tyson and the Ninja. Even though it's the same brand, I'm glad I got to put it on the list and experience them. From the renewal SH figuarts, because I have older figuarts and the new ones just knock them out the park. There's certain things the new ones do and how they move and stuff that the old ones, they do it, but they look wonky doing it. 2.0 Goku, same thing for the figuart. Glad I got to experience it. My first 2.0 because I passed on the rest of them. Marvel Select Gladiator Hulk, I passed on. I'm glad I picked it up. Dope figure. This Thing figure was a no-brainer. Soon as the Walgreens site went up and I got the notification from my friends, I bought it. No hesitation. Astrobots, I saw so many reviews on it. I saw so many reviews on the figure. And in every review, it just... it made me want the figure more and more. Mythic Legions are something. Mythic Legions are something I've seen in the community. I've seen people take pictures, pose pictures, and do everything with them. And I was just like on the fence. And one of my friends, he sold me one for what he paid in his pre-order, which was really dope of him. And I fell in love with it. As soon as I touched the figure, I fell in love with it. It was a Cavern Dwarf. I fell in love with the figure and I didn't look back, and I got in on the next. They had a live sale go on in December, and I got in on it, and I got a few of them. The figures are dope. 1,000 toys. My first 1,000 toys was, I think it was him, and then I got a synthetic human. My first 1,000 toys was this Killy right here, and the figure, utterly amazing. The articulation, the sculpt. I love my favorite part of this figure is the blank face, because he has a really blank face, like he's just over it. Let me see if I can show you. His face is just like he's over everything. Like he's just ready to be done. He wants to lay down. He wants to go to sleep. Get that boy some milk because he's tired. My top 10 list for you guys. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. If you're considering subscribing, please do. Follow me on this journey. Thank you guys for watching.